Range Rover Sport. Come closer. Look at this. This is a thing of beauty. A supercharged V8 petrol engine. 5 litres, 524 brake horsepower. Or thereabouts. Right. There you go. We got a cover on here. Right. What are we doing in this video? Who knows? What've we got a sink in the back cave for? Right. There you go. You can see it's got now. We've got a story of sadness coming up. But apparently if you open the oil filler here, Tyler. And apparently in there we can see a timing chain. So Barry was telling me. Let's have a look. Ooh. Oh yeah, you can. You can see the timing chain. And apparently, yes. So apparently these brakes. So a good friend of ours has got a Range Rover Sport SVR 5 litre. So we haven't got the SVR, so ours isn't blue, and we haven't got the bucket seats and all the bells and whistles. He has. He's owned the car from new. He's done 80,000 miles. It was main dealer service history for the first 3 years and a local independent for the last couple of years. But the timing chain's gone. Now it went on his drive. So he started it, it sounded a bit rough, he turned it off, started it again, and then it went, go, 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 go. Now the problem is it's got 2 timing chains, one driving each bank of the engine, and it seems that when the timing chain goes, one of them goes, but you've still got the other half of the engine, so you end up with this situation where one half of the engine is fighting the other half, and it just sort of destroys itself. Now the trouble is these engines second-hand are expensive, and you can get them repaired and refurbished, but we're looking at like a £10,000 bill. So that's like a bad weekend, isn't it? If you think you've just had a bad day, feel for our friend who's just, he just went to start his car on the drive, bam. Right, so his problems didn't stop there. So his problems now is he can't move it. So he said to me, Simon, I've found the gearbox release and the handbrake release, but I still can't move it. It's stuck on the drive. So we might go and have a look at the car now. But I thought, let's have a look at our Range Rover Sport and see if we can show you where the gearbox releases are and the handbrake release. But we're not going to look for the handbrake release. I think if we can't start the car because we've got to simulate the problems that people will have. So if your engine is mashed, how do you move your car? So, right, let's jump inside, Tyler, see if we can find this mythical gearbox release. Right, so apparently it's under here. There's our remote heater for winter days. Should I put it in the fridge? There's an irony there somewhere. Right, now apparently we have to remove the cup holders. We probably did this once, didn't we, Tyler? Yeah. That's one of them out. That's the other one out. Oh yeah, there's this little panel. Oh look, I've coloured it in. We've orange penned it. We've been here before. Nothing is safe. We need a screwdriver. Let's get a screwdriver. Right, let's have a go. We could do with a hook or something really. But let's have a look. Wait, can we? I'm not doing this very elegantly. Oh, it looks like I've tried to do it unelegantly before as well. I need to somehow grab that and lever it up. You see, it's not going to push down or anything. Oh, we're going to have to get some. We're going to have to bend a bit of something or other. I don't want to damage my carbon fibre.
You bend it that way.
Oh, I see what you mean. Go under the edge. Oh no, I'm going to. It doesn't sound very nice. I'm going to have lots of scratch plastic there. Right, let's find something we can bend. Right, I've sort of got a technique. I'm going to put those 2 in there and then twist it and lift it. There you go. So I've got it. I'm going to put it.
Might use a screwdriver now.
Oh, yeah, we're in. Okay, so there you go. You can take that out. You see, it's got 2 little locating pins there. It seems to have a tab of sorts there. Right, there we go. So that's that. And there we go. We have a big red. Now, what is it telling me there? It's foot on the brake. That's some brake shoes there. So apparently you have to put your foot on the brake, and then, but this bit here looks like it's sort of, that bit looks like it's a sort of a turny bit there, doesn't it? Looks like you've almost got to stick your key in there. Yeah. What do you reckon?
Do we need to turn it? We found it.
We found it. Well, this is the problem he's got, is he's pulled and it's not releasing. So what is it actually doing here? There's a bit at the back here, but it looks why have they put that roundy bit there? It looks, do you reckon that's, you're supposed to put your key in there and twist that? It looks very much like you're supposed to put a coin or something in it. Look, there you go. So you put a coin or something in there, and then, now you got your foot on the brake, but yeah, so don't do this on a hill. So by doing this, you are putting your car, but we should still have the handbrake on. So I don't think it's going to go rolling away, but we should be able to pull this. Oh, I can hear something, and can you see? We can see the little cable here. There's a little end of a cable, and that obviously pulls it, and that appears to pull up. Oh, it actually stays. Look. So if you get it up high enough, it stays. Can you? That doesn't fold the other way, but there we go. We've got a sort of. So that's what we've got to do on Geeze's car. Right, now the next thing you've got to try, Tyler, okay, is we can't start the car. So don't put your foot on the brake. Turn the ignition on. So turn the ignition on without your foot on the brake. Have we got any battery? Apparently no. No. So what we will do, we'll have to go and try this on Geeze's car, but what we've got to do is you've got to put your foot on the brake. No, not put your foot on the brake. Turn your ignition on without starting your car because you've got this mashed up seized engine, or you don't want to make it worse. And then apparently we push the handbrake to release it, but you've got to keep that held down and power the car down, which will then enable the brake shoes to be released at the back, and we'll have the brake with the thing released here, and then we should be able to move the car. So should we go and have a look at Geeze's and see where he's gone wrong? Well, at least we've sort of pre-tested a bit, and we'll put the battery on charge. Right, so here we are. Here is the poor old beast. It's absolutely immaculate. He's looked after it. I mean, look how he keeps everything. He's a sort of guy that just keeps everything, even his lawn and his driver, immaculate. So we've got to have a look at what's going on here. Right, so we've come here, and it looks like they've already had a go. So they've worked out how to open it up, but it looks like they've pulled so hard. They've pulled the. So let's have a look what we've got going on here. Oh, they had those. So there's the cable there. And obviously they've tried to pull it, but it's obviously pulled through that little slot there, which is unfortunate. But yeah, we saw on ours that came up quite a way, didn't it? Yeah. So that is not having it at all. So let's just put that on there. Because that is not feeling like it wants. Oddly, it seems to be pulling this bit of plastic up.
It's pulling it a lot.
What's that?
It's pulling the whole lot.
What? Yeah, it's like it's. Right, we found a multi-tool in the back of the Stig. I could pop home. It's only around the corner. And that little carabiner's not helping. Right, there you go. There's that out. Right, now that comes back. And we've got the cable going through that. Can we? There is a. Oh, it looks. That's attached to the. It's attached to the whole cable. That.
Looks like the cable's jammed in there.
Yeah, it's like the. So we need to hold the sheath and pull the cable. Can I? I don't want to lose the whole lot, but let me see if I can. Right, let's have a go. I'll try and dismantle this. Right, so actually the Bowden cable comes up to the underside of this. So it's, however hard we're pulling that, it's pulling on the Bowden cable like the cable is seized, the inner cable is seized inside the Bowden cable, which is not good, is it? No. I don't know where that goes. We'll have to look at the parts manual. So we're in a bit of a pickle. But let's just do that routine again, Tyler. So don't put your foot on the brake. Turn the ignition on. So yeah, we didn't film this, did we? So we've worked out how to do the handbrake off bit. So if you look on the dashboard now, have we got any handbrake? We haven't got the handbrake on. So normally when you power the ignition on, the handbrake will be on, and you will see this little sign under here. So if you need to move it, the way to do it is to push this down here. If you watch here, Tyler, push the handbrake down there. That should, put your foot on the brake. You've got to put your foot on the brake now. don't touch ignition. Push that down there. Now what you got to do is you got to hold that down. The handbrakes are off. You got to take your foot off the brake now, and then you've got to press the ignition off. Okay, and now that is how you set the ignition, the handbrake thing to off. Obviously, again, careful if you do this on a hill. Don't mess about. This is a emergency protocol only. So we now, and even with that, this is still seized. That we've still got a seized situation here. So let's try one more time, just to see. I don't think you can select. So don't put your foot on the brake. Turn the ignition on. Okay, let's. Oh, yeah. Don't touch ignition again though. Right, let's put the handbrake on. So we've got the brake on, we've got the handbrake on, and let's see if it will let me select any. It won't let you select, so we can't get it out of neutral until you start the engine. See, we can't. The only way you can get it out of park, pressing the button. There's no way to get it out of park. Yeah, that's a good shout. Try the old paddle shifts. So even with the ignition on, unless you can start the engine, these gearboxes, so the only way, if you can't start the engine, is this release cable, but this release cable is definitely seized. That is mighty unfortunate. This is a tale of disaster. So yeah, you've got to rotate that screw there first, and then it lifts this, and you can see there it's supposed to pull that cable. Now I haven't actually looked at this, Tyler. So we have this. So this is the cable, and it's
yeah. So
seized.
this is what I saw in there.
Yeah, that's the grommet that's at the bottom of the center console, and I think the Bowden cable. Now
What
can
does
we
it
see
pull?
any? What does it? Can we see anything there? I think you've got a little yellow cap there. You can remove, Tyler.
Oh.
Oh. So it must grip onto something there. So it must be a little slug that goes in through that and sit in that little thing, and when you pull it, so something there is seized. So we will take this to our friend and see if we can fit that, because he can't even move the car. I mean, he can't drive it anyway. We will have a look at that. The boys from the local village garage did have a go at rocking the car, because they thought maybe when the engine stopped it was all like, because sometimes when you release the handbrake on a hill it's like ka-chung. But they've given it a good rock backwards and forwards, and they've come up with nothing better, so it doesn't look like we've been able to save the day. Right, this SVR, we'll have a quick walk around it now. We'll be on eBay. Geez is going to put it on eBay on Sunday, so let's just do a quick preview. If you're interested in a SVR, I was trying to make SVR stand for something very wrong, but my spelling's not quite right there somewhere.
If you misspell it, it's just.
If you misspell it, it's right. Let's have a look round, Tyler. So obviously you've got the super duper bucket seats. We've got the black and white unmarked interior. I'm not sure if anyone's ever even sat in the back. Look, you've got the black headline, you've got the pano roof, the full sunroof, all the black interior here. You've got the infotainment system, doors, got. There we go. I think the front toe eye is probably where they just maybe put something on it just to try and release it, but it's a genuine car. He's owned it, one owner from you, private plate. There's a bit of a scratch there, look. You've got all the xenon headlights, you've got the big wheels, it's got the original wheels. We've got some scuffs on the wheels, look. 80,000 miles, original centre caps. You've got all the SVR on the SVR, you've got all the SVR logos up here. You've got this brushed aluminium effect interior bits. You've got the uprated amp, you've got the Meridian sound system, you've got the illuminated tread plates, you've got the keyless entry, tinted windows. The SVR really did have, you've got the rear climate controls, heated rear seats, heated front seats. Got the black lettering. You've got the extra spoiler on the back with the SVR. You've got the exhaust with the wah mode. You've got the button for the really loud exhausts. There you go. So that's all that. Oh, there you go. There's the front and rear. Under trays there. So there we go. So if anyone's got a spare V8 engine and after a bargain Range Rover Sport SVR, we'll get that. Geezer's going to put that on eBay, so that'll be on eBay, I think.